Welcome to Munch the Crunch, where we invest so you don't have to test. All right, our first item we're going to start with is Doritos Nacho Cheese. This is a popular one in the vending machines on our main hall. Let's get this bag open. There it is. All right, we're going to grab a chip out. I think we're just going to dive into this. 3, 2, 1.
That's a nice crunch.
Wow, good crunch, good sound.
I'm gonna rate the crunch a 5 or 6 out of 10. The texture,
Starts to get soggy.
yeah.
Eddie, you're making interesting faces for it being your first chip.
I rate the crunch a 3 out of 10. It's just not that good.
Wow. You know, you want to eat these in a classroom. You want to have a nice subtle setting. It's a little noisy. I mean, I put that at about a 6 in terms of how much noise that's going to make.
I feel like if you just go straight into it, it would be a 6. But if you just let it sit there and let your saliva just do its work, I think it might go down to a 3 or a 4.
Yeah, and you got to take into consideration the price. These are $1.75 at the vending machine. So, yeah, for the price compared to what you're getting out of it, you're definitely getting an all right texture out of it and an all right crunch. But for $1.75, I think we're pushing the limit.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That's more of a bulk buy than just just a personal.
I'm on there. They're good for a party. Definitely good for a party. But sitting in the classroom, walking down the hallway, I'm just not a Doritos nacho cheese kind of guy. Yeah, I'm sitting at around overall rating. We're around a 5 for me.
Same with me.
I'm feeling 4.
All right, next we're gonna move into the cheddar sun chips. Now these are served at lunch about once a week, every now and again. So these are free. Go ahead and give us that bag open. All right, good. Let's go ahead and get a chip going. They're a little pale looking. They lack color, but that's also usually when the best flavor comes into play. So let's go into it. 3, 2, 1. Well, let's start with crunch. I'm going to go ahead and give that one, honestly, a 2. In terms of how enjoyable that crunch was, that was
I feel
about
like
a 2.
overall for me, the crunch would probably be about maybe less than the Doritos, maybe like a 5 for me.
Yeah.
How about you, Eddie?
I'm going to have to give that a 2. It felt like I was like breaking apart wet toilet paper with my
Yeah.
teeth.
It like felt pre-soggy. And loudness. Yeah, loudness is not terrible. I mean, that's about a 3 in loudness.
Yeah.
That's not that high.
It's fair.
So taking into the fact that they're free every week, there is the flavor there. I'll put these at a nice, comfortable 7.
7? I'll go about a 6.
I'm not going to agree at all. I'm giving these a 2.
Wow. Eddie's on the opposite end of the spectrum. All right. Our next bag that we're going to dip into is, and I'm not too excited for this, is the Cheetos Flaming Hot Tangy Chili Fusion. I'm interested to hear how this sounds. I mean, you're going to hear me rustling the bag around. Here's the opening. Wasn't too much of a hassle to get open. And wow, going and looking at these look dangerous.
I'm just going to tell you guys, I do love me some spicy stuff.
I am shivering. I am cowering in fear at the sight of this chip.
It is dangerous.
I don't think I can do it.
Let's just go into it. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, wow. You can taste the spice right as you bite into it.
So in terms of crunch, they actually crunched pretty well for Cheetos. I mean, that was, for me, a solid 8. They had a really good closing. As my teeth went together, I could just feel them kind of crumble apart, and it just felt like I could clench and grab onto that.
Mine was kind of small, so I didn't get that full aspect of the crunch. So
Yeah.
I was going to rate mine about the same as the Doritos, like a 5 or 6.
That's fair. Eddie?
I was scared of the chip originally, but I've turned around. I love it. I embrace it entirely. That
Wow.
was the best crunch ever.
Where are you putting that crunch at?
9.
A 9.
9?
And in terms of how loud they were, because of their size, you could definitely pop them in and completely chew with your mouth closed. Would not be a problem at all. I'm going to go ahead and pop these down at a 2 for loudness. These are very subtle and sneaky chips.
Yeah, for loudness, I would, about a 3 for me.
Wow. Eddie?
I'm going to say the same. 3.
Awesome. Overall for me, those sit comfortably at around a 6.
Overall, for me, I believe that's about a 5 with the Doritos.
Nice.
I think I'm going to have to go with an 8 overall. They're just
Wow.
really
And I think for most of us, those were the best experience. They were subtle. They were flavorful. They weren't too loud. Opening them wasn't that bad. That concludes the Chip Eating Podcast. This has been Munch the Crunch. I'm Carter. There's Andrew. There's Eddie.
The Cheeto Gang.
Officially the Cheeto Gang, crowning Cheetos Flamin' Hot top of the school's chip list. We'll see you next time.